I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I be over here where the bosses be. Pockets on thick, cause I eat my greens. Way too hot, 3,000 degrees. No pictures, please. Cameras flashing, I'm VIP, I'm a big deal. My life a movie, I'm the one they wanna be still. And I'm a queen, yeah. Keep it real, yeah. I keep my circle tighter than the earring piercing. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. And they all wanna come to my yard, ice me out and leave me alone. You know I be popping off, switching lanes, swiping cars. They're throwing them bags at me, cause obviously I am a star. Run up a check with me, I'll make it rain, I got the funds. That's what I do for fun, I know that you want some. So stop playing games and go run and get you some. I got beauty and brains, I ain't no plain Jane. Cost a lot to maintain, but it ain't a thing. Let's be for real, I'm way too cute to be broke, had to fix it. I'm the captain of this ship, pulling my weight like I'm into fitness. All about my business, feeling myself, I get a witness. A1 treatment like a mistress, dunking on them, I don't miss. I look like a bag of money I'm on, they wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. One thing about me, I stay fly. One thing about me, I'm down to ride. One thing about me, I was born to shine. One thing about me, I'ma get mine. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long. I look like a bag of money I'm on. They wanna know what I'm on. Diamonds dancing on my neck, that is the vibe I'm on. Way too lit, who gon' check? You can tell me none. Boss mode in effect, and my money long.
Two teams who have decided a Mid-Buckeye Conference champion basically every season of its existence battle it out tonight for league supremacy as undefeated state-ranked Mansfield Christian takes on a veteran Crestview squad, and you can enjoy all the action live and free exclusively here on the OH Report taking over your eyeballs and eardrums. Next.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
We welcome you inside of the Carothers Pest Control pre-game show. Girls soccer just about to go down here at fabulous Crestview High School at Scott Bailey Memorial Field. I'm Brian Skowronski. I'm going to be on the call here tonight. Two teams that have met a whole bunch over their last several seasons since the inception of the Mid-Buckeye Conference. These two have basically gone back and forth, trading off championships. Mansfield Christian and Crestview meeting on the girls' soccer pitch here tonight in what should be a very fun showcase between a couple of very good teams. Let's tell you a little bit more again about Mansfield Christian. And that man and the too long of shorts out there is indeed Jesse Ryder, his first season as a head coach back over on the sidelines. You might remember him from helping the boys get to the state Final Four and then also winning a state championship back in 2014. This is a squad that has really been hanging their hat on the defensive side of things, which is kind of crazy because of how young they are. They're finding ways to score at different times so far throughout the season, almost 3 per game, but it really has been impressive how they have been able to shut down their opponents, only allowing about a half a goal per contest. Our player spotlight tonight, just a freshman. We'll get to her in just a second, but that indeed is Jessie Ryder over there, getting the instructions from the referees, along with his 4 captains. And while they do have a 4-pack of seniors on the roster, it's a 9th grader who has been protecting the net for them so far. Haven Granter has been fantastic. 3 shutouts. She's only allowed 3 goals the entire season and is one of the biggest reasons why Mansfield Christian still undefeated up to this point in the season. They came out of the gates with 4 consecutive wins and coming off of a tie against one of the very best small school programs in the entire state of Ohio in Berlin Highland, and they proved to themselves that they have what it takes to hang with the big dogs, coming away with a 0-0 draw. Haven Granter had some ginormous saves in that matchup to keep the clean sheet for MC, still unbeaten through 5 matches. On the other side of the pitch tonight, playing here on their home surface, of course, the Crestview Lady Cougars, now under 5th-year head coach Elizabeth Webb, who's been riding a 4-match unbeaten streak here, and only 4 goals have been allowed as well. So this is a team that has certainly played some fabulous soccer, coming off a tie against Shelby, a much bigger school. Took care of Mapleton, and then also just shredded Clyde very recently. Maddie Mack, their keeper, having a great senior campaign so far. There are the captains fanned out there for the Cougars. And our player spotlight tonight, actually not even in attendance. Miss Elise Belcher is going to be out of town. We wanted to show you this because of how much production the Lady Cougars are going to be missing out there on the pitch tonight. Leads the team in all these categories, top goal scorer, the points, and she's been an assist machine so far, just about 1 per contest. So without Elise, they're going to have to try to get others involved, like Lindsay Bright, Olivia Grant so far this season have been 2 of their better goal scorers. Shelby Bays also has stepped up. So we would anticipate some of these other veterans to try to fill those shoes here tonight. Sometimes it can be strength in numbers, and not leaning on a star player oftentimes can actually benefit you in the long run. Both teams getting lined up, about ready to march out onto the field. I feel like that's definitely one of the coolest parts about high school soccer is the walkout. And for girls, it's usually who can be louder than the other side, show a little bit more emotion and some cheer. So I always look forward to these. What's going to decide tonight's contest? Well, let's share our keys to victory for you. And since we're looking at Mansfield Christian and Jesse Ryder's bunch, we'll dive into their keys to success, presented by Carothers Pest Control. And for the Lady Flames to come on the road and keep that perfect season going, you got to play mature. They'll have at least 7 freshmen getting into the lineup here tonight. So they're going to have to play well beyond their years, and they have been doing that so far up to this point. And just keep it low scoring. Defense has carried you up to this point in the season. If you can make this one of those kind of 1-0, 2-1 type of games, I really think that will favor Mansfield Christian not getting in a shootout against the Cougars. I'll tell you about my keys to victory for Crestview after we first honor America with the playing of our national anthem. It is time for the Star Spangled Banner.
Thank you.
And with that, we are just about set for girls high school soccer action. Mid-Buckeye Conference rivals about to go head-to-head. The Crestview Lady Cougars looking to protect home turf. So how do they do it? Let's get back into our keys to victory presented by Carothers Pest Control. And if you got a pest, you already know who to call. The best. Crestview is a bigger team physically. Show that. Be dominant out there when you get your opportunities. More specifically, I think on the defensive side of things, don't just let some of these very talented yet undersized freshmen come into your building and be a more physical group. And then you got to back Mac. Of course, Maddie Mack, she's been a staple in between the pipes for the last several seasons here for the Cougars. 3-year starter. She has been superb. Have her back out there. Make sure that there's not one-on-one opportunities, that they're breaking into the attacking third and getting clean looks on net. You got to be able to give your keeper the backing that she deserves. Rosters being announced here over the loudspeakers. Mansfield Christian, they'll have Granter in the net, the freshman. Grace Rader, Lena Chase, Aaron Hope. The 3 seniors on the squad also will be in the starting lineup, along with Lydia McFadden and Brooklyn Ryder, a couple more of 9th graders. Avery Johnson, Michelle Hope, Natalie Ricker, Anna Tucker, and Anna Irwin round out the starting 11 for Coach Ryder. And for Elizabeth Webb, they'll go with Mack in between the pipes in the net. Tori Kidney, Shelby Bays, and Addie Klein get the start, along with Devin Hickey, Olivia Grant, Haley Benedict, Lily Klein, Lila Belcher, Logan Moore, and the freshman Lindsay Bright. Talking to Coach Webb a little bit before the match tonight, said that she's really been impressed with her freshmen that have earned some starting gigs. At the beginning of the year, wasn't sure what she was going to get out of Shelby Bays along with Lindsay Bright, and they've really stepped up along with Lila Belcher. All 3 players have earned their spot in the starting lineup. Sometimes you'll just be perhaps slow on numbers, or specific situations will lend themselves towards players getting opportunities like that, and that certainly doesn't sound like that's been the case for Coach Webb, giving those 3 players an opportunity to break into the starting mold, and they have capitalized so far. That will wrap up our Carothers Pest Control pregame show, as we are ready for Mid-Buckeye Conference action here. Both teams riding some nice unbeaten streaks. For Elizabeth Webb, 4 in a row. Mansfield Christian still unblemished through 5 matches. Want to invite you all to be a part of the game tonight. I am on the call solo, so hit me up on the fan zone. Drop me some comments. Always love hearing where you guys are tuning in from all across the globe. Want to hear about your favorite players when big plays happen. Shout us out. We will shout you out right back in the fan zone. First touch is by Mansfield Christian and Grace Rader. Here's Ryder, the freshman, given a ton of space. And she's going to lift it deep across the field and take it away here. Hickey steps up. So the turnover there. And now the Cougars looking to get on the attack. Great speed out here for both sides, and particularly on the wings. Many more veterans on those sections of the field tonight for Crestview. As they'll change the call, and this is going to be a Lady Cougar throw-in. So we'll see if they're able to dominate in some of these positions, like with the Grant over there on that right wing. Loses the handle on that last possession, though. And here come the Lady Flames. A little bit too much dribbling there for Avery Johnson. As she loses it out of bounds, little scrum. And a late whistle comes in. And this will favor Mansfield Christian. So our first foul. Referee says the contact happened a lot closer to midfield. Michelle Hope was hoping that she would have it about 12 yards closer. Still able to find Johnson. Taken away by Hickey. She'll slap it out of bounds. Just over 2 minutes gone by. Flames looking to get their first shot of the night. And they will, no problem though. Maddie Mack. And another look on the Sutton Bank replay. Couple hops. And Mack with her first save of the evening. Quick throw in for Logan Moore. Connects with Bright. And she has it slapped away. We'll see if they continue to try to move it quickly down this sideline. They will indeed. Bright slingshots it to the middle, trying to find Grant. Pushed out here by Michelle Hope. So another Cougar throw-in from the near sideline. And off the chest, out of bounds, off of Lindsey Bright. Give possession back over to MC. Brooklyn Ryder, the transfer in from Lexington, came over with Dad. And she really is going to be a consistent playmaker and weapon for them for her entire 4 years, unquestionably. Watched Brooklyn since she was just a tiny player and always had a great skill set, a la Dad. As Mecca kind of took a tough hop right there. It's like a sand wedge backspin. Grace Rader. A little bit of contact on the goalie, but Mack comes through. Foot race down into the corner. Swept back to the middle by McFadden to the keeper. So rare that you'll have this many freshmen up at the varsity ranks. Mansfield Christian has been climbing steadily in terms of their enrollment. And I'm told almost a record for girls going out for the team this year, 29 of them. About half of them all in the class of 2029, so tons of freshmen out here. But a loaded class for Coach Ryder. Mansfield Christian whistled for offsides. Ryder with the first touch off the restart. Now here comes Johnson down the far wing. She'll send it forward for Rader. Back to her, give and go. Irwin never continued to run. And Benedict content to push it out of play. So Mansfield Christian have to throw it in. They will here to Grace Rader. Push down into the corner. Foot race. Johnson will get there. Low cross. Probably a miss hit. Normally you try to lift those things. Get a little bit more trajectory. Didn't cost them. Mansfield Christian hanging on to the rock. As it settles down here at the feet of Rader, sets up Brooklyn. She's got 1 goal so far her freshman season. And she'll earn a throw in here off the shin pads of Logan Moore. Hope with the cross. Johnson waiting on it. Surprised she didn't one-time it. Went for the back post. And just a little bit too much on it. Nice execution here. And defensively, Crestview, look how flat-footed they are. Got a girl hanging back post wide open. And Johnson maybe a half second too late there. Thought she'd try to immediately have impact and take Maddie Mack off guard. Second shot so far for Mansfield Christian. Best look they've had up to this point. Flames starting to find feet. Raider to Ryder. She's typically a center mid. Jessie said that with her skill set, probably might bring more value tonight on the wing. Cougars just looking to clear, and now they will. Big left foot there from Maddie Klein. Johnson locked up with Devin Hickey, comes to the center of the park, and Devin gets there. Bays was waiting on it, though. Ended up in a turnover. Allowed Michelle Hope to get to the ball first. Someone's a little behind, and now here's Ryder, the shot. And this one well wide. Substitution for Mansfield Christian. Johnson has really been active. She'll get a quick breather. Logan Moore laying off there, you see on the replay. First shot tonight by Brooklyn. She's been in more of a facilitator role here in this first 5 matches. See if she looks for a shot. Last touch here by Moore. Quick throw in. Hope off the cross. Back post. Just sailed over the top. Great look, Grace Tem. How about the setup from Aaron? I'm surprised that she was that close, that she was even able to airmail it like that. I think pretty much anything on frame would have given Maddie Mack some issues. Take one more look here on the Sutton Bank replay. Best opportunity either unit's been able to put together. Hope with an absolute dime right in front. Now a foot race. Lady Cougars trying to flip the field, have not been in the attacking third yet. And we're about 10 minutes into the match. Looked like some miscommunication off the throw in there for Belcher. Coaches were yelling for her to drop the ball. I think she thought that they said drop it back. Crestview will regain possession of the throw. This is the deepest they've been so far into Flame territory. Finally secured here by Grant. And now the first touch of the night for Haven Granter. Player spotlight. Hasn't had to do much in the first 10 minutes. Ryder surveys. Right into the middle. Only player there, Lily Klein. Hope with a nice throw, somehow threaded it in to Lena Chase. Now Lena to Irwin. Out wide, solid spacing here for Mansfield Christian as Hope makes a run. Picked up by Belcher. And it'll lead to a goal kick. A little bit of hesitancy right there. And it cost Mansfield Christian an opportunity at another scoring chance. Tem a little behind it as that'll roll out of bounds back over to Crestview. A little bit of a sluggish start here for Crestview offensively. And these can be tough sometimes, the 5 p.m. windows. Ryder again with the cross. Finds Raider, and she'll flip it out wide. Tem on the run. Cougars able to clear it out of there. At least for now, Mansfield Christian with the throw. Natalie Ricker checking in. Ricker, another member of that freshman class. We'll get our first look now at Mansfield Christian's leading scorer on the season. Marley Raider, sporting the number 1. Smallest player out on the field, but she's just got a nose for the goal and elite speed, Coach Ryder said. She's had a couple of occasions this year where didn't think she'd be able to catch up to a ball out in front, and all of a sudden she was there and able to find the back. As Ryder gets her pocket picked, some freshman on freshman crime there with Lindsey Bright. And then just blasts it out of bounds. So possession regained here by Mansfield Christian. Just about 14 minutes here into this Mid-Buckeye Conference showdown. Mack all the way out to the edge of the 18. Brooklyn with a nice setup out wide. Flames crashing in. Had about 4 different girls right there. The cross just a bit behind, but staying on it. Settles at the feet, the shot, and Mack with the save. Natalie Ricker gets in there, puts some nice pace behind it, but the senior keeper with her second save, and it's a big one. Saw Ricker with the setup the first time. Now here she is. Big booming left foot. 5 shots now, a couple of them on net. Big time save there for Maddie Mack. Big chase out wide, a little bump, and it looks like an elbow to the stomach of Brooklyn Ryder. Crumpled her over a bit. Waiting for the whistle and the restart here. It'll be Ricker putting it into traffic. First contact there by Klein. And the Cougars have not been able to do this very often tonight. That's trying to get out on the run. Had a 3-on-3 forming. And Grant just off target. So Mansfield Christian, they've dominated probably about 65% of the possession, if not more so far in this early portion. Cougars looking to get out and run though here. It's Olivia Grant. Shoulder to shoulder. And she'll come out behind here on this battle, taken away by Lydia McFadden. Well done using the body by Tem. Sets it out forward here for Raider. Big theft that time by Lydia to shut it all down, as that ball will roll over out of bounds and back over to the Lady Cougars. And it just seems like Mansfield Christian has an extra player out there. Crestview packing it in tight. Can't seem to get any type of clearance. Now Chase, good looking pass. Here's Tem. And does just go over the touch line for a goal kick. Do have a head count though. 3 subs coming in for Mansfield Christian. They're only playing with 11. Just feels like more right now. And with no Elise Belcher tonight, out of town, Cougars are going to have to find somebody else to step up, fill her shoes. And playmaking has definitely been on a premium so far. How about that touch? The setup, but Mack again, another save off the shot from Reese Belcher. Betchler, rather. Third save tonight for Maddie Mack. And the Lady Flames really utilizing their bench. I think they've gone about 20 deep already. Be a Cougar throw in on the way here near side. I think Moore had that one slip out of her hands. But Crestview maintains. And just out of sync offensively. I mean, they have not connected more than about 2 passes on any given possession so far. Good news, though, if you're a Crestview fan. Score still 0-0. And in the beautiful game, shots on net don't matter unless they go in. Intercepted again. Kidney a little behind with the pass as Hope scoops in. Aaron going to take it down into the corner looking for the cross. Met by Moore. Nice fake. Drew a couple defenders off of her. Into traffic. It caroms out. The turn. And the shot. Mack spills it out, but not the follow. There she is, the leading scorer, Raider. Adds yet another, her 5th of the year. She may be small in stature, but she is big in game. Betchler there with the shot. Maddie Mack spilled it out and just could not handle the next wave. So 1-0 Mansfield Christian. Just under 20 minutes remaining here in this opening half. And of the 8 shots so far for the Lady Flames, 5 of them have been on net. Cougars still searching for their first shot of the afternoon. And though I think there was certainly an anticipation that Mansfield Christian would have a solid season, Jesse Ryder returning to the sideline, one of the best coaches that we have in the area, I think it certainly has taken people off guard a bit here with this start. And Max Preps right now, having them ranked as the number 4 team in the state in Division 5. They just tied Berlin Highland on Friday, who Max Preps has ranked at number 8. The OSSCA coaches poll not out just yet. When it does, assuming that Mansfield Christian continues to be unblemished, imagine they'll be getting some votes. The expanded divisions this year, 2 extra. I think really benefits small schools like a Mansfield Christian, certainly a Crestview as well. Third infraction tonight against the Cougars. Free kick. And it came up a little bit short right there. To the middle, Raider, heavy touch. Tries to send it back out wide for Marlena McCrae. Ping pong back and forth. And now Crestview hoping to get something going on the other side of the field. We have pretty much been living on this side of the 50. Another shot deflected. McCrae back post. Lets it roll out. And we'll get a corner kick. Brooklyn Ryder checking back in for MC. And I think she'll be on the ball here for this corner. Have Lena Chase stay in tight, just in case they want to play some small ball. Said it'll be Brooklyn, near post. And they'll run it back. Aaron Hope, the intended target, but last touched by Crestview and Emma Emmert. This ball trending back post. It was a solid one. Johnson on the charge, had a chance at it. Right there, I think she just overran. Miss-swung. Lily Klein, or excuse me, Michelle Hope behind it as well. Coach Ryder continues to utilize that bench. Another 3-pack of subs. As the Cougars have a throw-in deep in their own territory. This is Johnson to the middle. Settles at the feet for Ryder. Back to the left foot. And just one too many touches for Brooklyn. Cougars with 8 players, basically all packed into the 18. As this one is sent well wide. Saw the triple team come there on Ryder in the middle. Shot number 9 for the Lady Flames. Another reminder that you can be part of the game here tonight. Drop us some comments on our Facebook and main YouTube page. Let us know where you're taking in the action from. And we will feature you in tonight's Fan Zone. Here we go. What's up, Kevin? Watching from West Palm Beach. Thanks for keeping them informed about the local soccer teams. You are very welcome, Kevin. Or is that really Mr. Claus? Is he trying to keep a new low profile? Cougars off the throw-in. Trying to get some continuity going offensively. They've got numbers forward right now. And a deep man playing for MC. It's Lydia McFadden, so this is a good chance for them. Nice takeaway in the open field. Belcher. Now Lila sends it down into the corner. Grant, a little foot race. Off the redirect. Just a bit mismeasured. They had Lindsey Bright there. Opportunity to try to hook up. And Kidney, she had the right idea. The run coming a bit late, though, for the freshman. Lindsey standing there watching. And that's how it ended up into the hands of Haven Granter. MC continues their trend of 3 subs on and off. So more fresh bodies back out there onto the pitch. 1-0 Lady Flames on our Simonson Construction Services Inc. scoreboard. That coming at the 1952 mark. Marla Rader. Just a freshman. 5th goal on the season. Nice turn to the middle of the park. Heavy touch. And here come the Flames. Bright trying to battle through traffic. Hearing some pleas from the audience, just asking for some help here offensively. Definitely been a struggle thus far here for Crestview. Still have not generated a shot. Oh, but that's an excellent flick forward. Here comes Olivia Grant. Grant pushing it out to the wing. Defended well by Michelle Hope. So the freshman, with her stride for stride, was able to deflect the shot offering. And Crestview again coming away empty-handed. Cougars had some momentum coming into tonight's match. Unbeaten over their last 4. Just have not gotten anything rolling so far here tonight. Did play Shelby to a 0-0 draw. Lady Whippets, I think right now, sitting at number 3 in the MOAC standings. And for Crestview, no losses since opening night against Port Clinton. Tough loss to them, too, 1-0. Rattled off 3 in a row against Loudonville, Clyde, and then Mapleton. And currently sitting first place all alone at the top of the Mid-Buckeye standings with those 2 victories. But this, the big one, of course. As Mack wisely had to come outside the 18 and just dished it out of play. Tim with the shot. Hanging around off the face. There, Zoe Leonard, who just checked in. Show you one more time. Poor Zoe. Just right in the old kisser. Sub 11 minutes to play here in the opening half. Ball over the boundary. Ryder waited about a half-inch too long. So it's going to be a Crestview throw. And they'll get a sub into the game. think Addie Klein just trotted back in. Illegal throw is going to be the call here against Crestview. Taken away by Kidney, gives it right back. Now Morgan Beasley to the middle, trying to find Ryder out on this right wing. Poked away last minute, Devin Hickey coming over. Thames got Ryder down in the corner. She was just never able to really gain possession. Cougars having a tough time clearing the ball tonight. It seems like just about every time they have, the next touch has belonged to Mansfield Christian. A little bit quicker to the action. That's why they've been dominating the time of possession. That one sneaks through. That was Leonard up top. Just had it squirt right underneath her left foot on the pass from Grace Rader. As we'll get more wholesale changes here from Coach Ryder. And if you've got the depth like Jesse feels he has, do love the strategy of 3-4 players at a time. Very similar to hockey. Keep some of those same rotations, girls playing with each other each time they're out there on the pitch. Try to get that continuity and consistency. Off the turn, here comes Emma Doherty, and it's just swatted out of there by the Cougars. Just another quick giveaway here for Crestview. So they'll sling it down in the corner, and here comes Olivia Grant. Grant, a couple of touches. And wasn't able to play it off of the defender. I thought potentially the plan there was try to earn a corner kick, take a secondary look. It's not a great touch there by the junior. Went right off of her toe, out of bounds. Flames again off the restart, first to get to it. A little bit behind. Aaron Hope retreats to regather. Sends it down into the corner. I thought maybe playing it for herself. She'll get it right back. It's been solid spacing tonight for Mansfield Christian. As the one-timer saved by a diving Maddie Mack. Her 5th save. And off the deflection, it sets up prime time for Grace Rader. But the senior goalie there again to make the stop. Whistle is going to favor Mansfield Christian. That'll be the 4th infraction tonight against Crestview. No fouls yet against the Lady Flames. So they've done well to not harm themselves. Quick touch there from Klein. Now this one will roll out. Give Hickey a chance to assess. Devin Hickey looking to go 1v1. She'll get by. Hope draws a second defender. But dribbles right through. Chance here for the Cougars. Give and go from Kidney back to her. But a deflection there off of Lydia McFadden. And for Crestview, midfield seems to be playing back a bit more defensively. So when they've had those rare opportunities so far tonight, hasn't taken Mansfield Christian long to just get it out of their end, play it to their midfielders, and get it back over into Cougar territory. As that one last touch by Hickey. So the throw-in will belong to MC. 4.5 minutes remaining. The Carothers Pest halftime report coming up here soon. And I saw in the background too, got a canine here in the building. I am surprised we have not just been focusing on that. Now that my producer is aware, you may see a little less soccer moving forward. And a bit more canine cam. Pretty dog, too. Oh, nice move on the far sideline for Ricker. Here's Natalie on the hop, got some options. Turns back towards the middle, and she'll send it back. Shot from distance, and Mack squeezes. Another shot from Brooklyn Ryder, this time off the left side of the pitch. Mack has been solid, per usual. Down in the corner, Betchler to the middle. Raider tried to settle her at her feet, hoping for another shot. Now control the ball lost by Brooklyn. Mansfield Christian, though, keeps possession. They'll have the throw-in over on the far side. 3 minutes remaining. As this one's chipped and takes a hop into the hands of Maddie Mack. Ball sneaks through and then back over to Crestview. Be poked out of bounds. Cougar throw-in coming up. Plenty of time, no need to rush. 2.5 minutes. Well, I appreciate what Lydia was doing there. Just thrown into an area that time by Caitlin West. Didn't have an intended target per se. And I feel like that's the case right here, too. So the Cougars, I mean, they've just felt out of sync to me. Haven't been able to complete more than a couple of passes at a time. Pretty fortunate, just trailing 1-0 so far. And I think for them and for Coach Webb, halftime coming up in 2 minutes, a great thing. Chance to try to figure some things out, talk it over, get a little bit of a different strategy moving forward. And when you're seeing a team like Mansfield Christian for the first time, all these new freshmen out there, not quite familiar with the personnel, sometimes it'll take a half before you're familiar. Nice pass here near side. Hope on the hop. 3-on-3 forming here for Mansfield Christian. But it's defended well. Nice recovery that time to get back in the play for Klein. Substitution here again for MC. As we're looking around the pitch, certainly looks like a lot of these players, you know, gasping for air a little bit. Even though it's a cool evening out here, I don't think the temperature too much of a heavy factor. This one rolls by. A chance now for Grant. She'll lift it forward, and nice recovery by McFadden. Thought it might sneak through Lydia there. Last chance here for Mansfield Christian. Ryder, quick acceleration. Down to 18 ticks, turns back in. Wants to set it up, right foot. Mack slaps it down for another save. That will do it for the first 40 minutes of action. 8 saves in this first half here for Miss Maddie Mack, keeping it just a 1-0 advantage, but Mansfield Christian dominant so far through one half of play. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have your Carothers Pest Control halftime reports, dive back into that fan zone, and then get you all set for half number 2. You're enjoying live and free girls high school soccer exclusively on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Tonight's girls' high school soccer game is brought to you by Simonson Construction Services. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. By Carothers Pest Control. Got a pest? Call the best. 419-342-6841. By Whitaker Myers. Mansfield, Ashland, and Worcester locally owned fee-based fiduciary financial planner that has boasts endorsements of national money expert Dave Ramsey and the team at Ramsey Solutions. Sutton Bank. Earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. And by Scout Construction. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout Construction for more information at 419-989-7240. We'll have your halftime report coming up in just a moment, live from Olivesburg, Ohio.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
We welcome you inside our Carothers Pest Control halftime show. 1-0 right now is the score here in Olivesburg. Mansfield Christian on top of Crestview. Lady Flames looking to remain undefeated here on the season. I am Brian Skowronski, about to dive into these halftime numbers with you, and you're about to see that this game being 1-0, pretty fortunate if you're a fan of the Lady Cougars. Without their top scorer and playmaker who is out for tonight, that being Elise Belcher, they have not been able to produce any offense. And 31% of the possession, perhaps that's generous, because they have seldom had more than 2 touches in a row on the ball here tonight. Meanwhile, Mansfield Christian with a nice collection of, they've got the 4 seniors, a few juniors out here, but all those freshmen, they really did look poised, I think, in that first half. You can tell this is a team that works hard. They understand their roles out on the pitch, and the fact that they were rotating so heavily throughout those first 40 minutes, I feel like they might be the more fresh team coming out here in the second half. A few less subs in and out of the contest for head coach Elizabeth Webb, so her team got to make some adjustments, I think, here in the second half. They packed it in. They at least kept it at a 1-0 contest. Can't win, though, if you don't score. And for Crestview, very few opportunities up there in the attacking third. A couple of occasions we saw Olivia Grant was able to use her speed. Got it out on that right wing. No crosses. Couldn't get any shots on net. Can they lean on her to try to produce some offense? We will find out. Maddie Mack, though, maybe the biggest story of that first half. 8 total saves for her. Thought that they would perhaps have to lean on the senior keeper tonight. One of my keys to victory was back Mack. They've put her in some tough spots so far here tonight. Of those 8 saves, by my count, 2 of them had to be of the spectacular variety. There's been a few other opportunities for Mansfield Christian where they did not get great shots, despite having some nice setups inside of the 18. One right in front of the net that I still kind of felt like it defied gravity, how it flew over the top of frame. But it's still just a 1-0 contest, despite what you would call domination by Mansfield Christian in the time of possession. The shots, didn't commit a foul. Really a clean game for MC through the first 40. As the second half now underway, we'll see if they're able to keep up the same level of production, or if Crestview can make a couple of adjustments, create some offense of their own. This already feels like about the longest stretch that we've seen Crestview down on the offensive end. As it's deflected here, Hickey was going for the cross. Michelle Hope came over. And now it's cleaned up by the freshman McFadden, who's played really deep in her sweeper role tonight. Hasn't allowed anything to get by her thus far. Here's Grant, turns. And again, just no completion of the pass. They are missing that one in front. Didn't have a whole lot of pressure on her, and just a bad turnover to give away a possession. Another look right there. I mean, there's nobody within 3-4 yards of that pass there in a Crestview uniform. So with these slim opportunities, got to try to make the most of them if you're Crestview. And despite them having more veterans on the roster, felt a little bit more rushed, a bit more panicked when they've been down in the offensive end of things. Lady Flames throwing coming up just in front of their own bench. They'll have another one on the way here. As Marley Rader gets the start here in half number 2. Provide a spark off of the bench to start off the match tonight. As the Flames trying to flip the field here. And now Grace Tem, shot back post, spilled out there. Now Ryder with the cross, and won't make it into the field of play. Secondary look. That one could have been trouble for Mack, who normally sure-handed. More often than not, you'll see her just squeeze that end the threat. But another shot on net here for Mansfield Christian, who quickly regained possession as Brooklyn Ryder fires that one wide. Nice stoppage of the ball right there, too, for Brooklyn. Brooklyn came right to her, just stomped that thing out. Here she is, taking her time. Right back to Ryder. And nobody even marking her. So Brooklyn trots in. Cougars just don't seem to have like the same ferocity as Mansfield Christian does here. A little bit lax. Another shot. And Mack coming up with the save. So I can't imagine that this is by design, that they're just allowing Mansfield Christian to win every ball and then get down inside of the football 20-yard line with ease. They certainly are. I mean, they are just sinking back defensively. So Ryder's going to blister one from deep. That's her third shot already here in the first 4 minutes of the second half. And we saw her super aggressive in the first half as well. She's been a bit more of a facilitator early on in the campaign. A couple of assists. Did score a goal in a match earlier this season. But has been looking for her shot on that right wing instead of her normal center mid role. Off the clearance, Haley Benedict has it slide off her right foot, out of bounds over the Cougar bench. Back over to the Lady Flames. Takes a hop. Tem gets there first. Tem locked up shoulder to shoulder there with Benedict. Good battle going on right now. As Grace drops down, Flames will keep possession. Hope on the fly. Good step up there by Lila Belcher. Now they'll allow Ryder on the wing. Sends it back post. Little too tall for Grace Tem. Would have needed about a 30-inch vert to lift up there and get a chunk of that thing with the ponytail. Beautiful night here on the outskirts of Ashland, Olivesburg, Ohio. Beautiful farmland, and then this gorgeous school planted right out in the middle of some cornfields. Ricker off the carry, lost the handle. Cougars playing with just one man up top right now. It's the freshman Lindsey Bright. Good ball out to the wing for Grant. And somehow able to get by the defender. Hope overran it. But she's able to recover. Can't clear it though. Cougars waiting for it. That was Klein. And just not sure what that was there from Hickey. Whitaker Myers dropping us a comment, cheering on the Flames here tonight. One of the owners, John Mark Young, got a freshman out on the team, is Bella Young. Likely we'll get some minutes here tonight. And then again, Santa Claus chiming in. We know who you really are, Kevin. Surprised that Santa would choose Florida, though. Guess at a certain point we all get sick of the frigid cold. That's true. I mean, got to retire somewhere. Can't imagine Santa wanted to deliver presents to the entire universe his whole life, right? I mean, yeah, come on, Amazon. They got your back. Throw in a couple orders. They got even drones. They'll just put it right on your doorstep or under your tree. Coming soon. Ball up for grabs. First touch there by Torrey Kidney. Kept in bounds by Ricker. Made a nice turn. Cougars trying to make the case that it was out of bounds, but the referee was right on top of it. Taken away, Aaron Hope going back and forth with Hickey. And that one will slide out of bounds back over to the Lady Cougars. They've had a bit more time of possession so far here in these first 9 minutes, percentage-wise, than they did in that opening half. Problem for Crestview has been when they've been able to get down into that attacking third. Just everything. I mean, haven't connected with a pass. No shots yet. But still just trailing 1-0. As Johnson back into the mix here on the near side for MC. And a nice move, shoulder to shoulder. Hope goes down to the ground. A chance here for Hickey. She'll shift it out wide. See what Grant elects to do. Keeps it on the ground with the cross. And it's broken up by Lydia McFadden. Lydia's been playing super deep. You see her backpedaling. That last pass, that's about as close as Crestview's been to a shot attempt. Pretty decent possession for them. Flames, though, flip the field quickly. As Ryder goes touchline with it. Off the cross. Is it deflected? It is not, so it'll be a goal kick. And Mack finds a teammate. Kind of a careless pass there. So Mansfield Christian, they get the turnover. They'll have the cross here from Ryder. And Mack able to secure that thing yet again. Fifth shot of the second half for MC, the third on frame. Probably more of a passing attempt there, but I think if Maddie lets it go, it was kind of trending towards frame. The Hope duo working it. And now here comes Aaron down the far sideline. Stops on a dime. And we'll lay it back. Here's Ryder. Setting it up for that right foot. Brooklyn misses wide again. Fifth shot attempt for Brooklyn Ryder in the second half. She has basically been the offense. 5 of the 6 shots here in half number 2 for the freshman. Ball trickles by everybody. Somehow found its way to the feet of Aaron Tackett. And now here comes Brooklyn again. 4 players up in the offensive area for Mansfield Christian. Substitution for MC. See, Ryder's got those hands on her hips, so she'll check out. Reese Betchler into the mix now for the Flames. Touch, oh, nice move for the setup. Mack makes the save. Grace Rader with the shot attempt. Smooth move to get by Belcher that time. But Maddie Mack continues to do her thing. 11 saves right now for the senior. As the Cougars looking for the equalizer right here. The shot, their first of the match, and it finds its home. Tevin Hickey, a one-lady wrecking crew, ties things up at 1-1. So Mansfield Christian comes up with that shot at one end, and then they flip the script going the other way. Crestview, unbelievably, one shot, one goal. But that is what makes this game so mysterious and fun to watch. Mansfield Christian got the 18 surrounded. Here's Hope. A hopper in front of Chase. And kept alive, but dove on top of the end of threat by Maddie Mack. Maddie's been busy this afternoon. Now we'll see if the dynamic of the match starts to change here for Crestview, since they got a little bit of taste of some offensive action. Smooth move, though, here near side by Johnson. Runs into some trouble with Benedict coming over. Crestview certainly allowed Mansfield Christian to take this right here all night. They've been giving them space, packing it into the middle. So while the Flames have dominated time of possession, shots, pretty much everything, they are locked up in a draw right now. Hope trying to push her way through traffic. And right off the right foot of Aaron Hope for a goal kick. Take a second look at that last goal. And you can just tell, like, it was a sign of relief. Look on the face here. Devin Hickey's like, yes. Been waiting for this moment. Pressure there by Crestview will lead to a Mansfield Christian throw-in, far side. 24.5 minutes to go here. Mid-Buckeye Conference clash. Cougars right now all alone atop the standings at 2-0. Lady Flames 1-0 so far on the year. The only two unbeatens in the league. And you really got to applaud the Flames finding feet routinely throughout the portion of this contest. Another nice move here by Aaron Hope. Sets up Ryder. Brooklyn turns back to her right foot. And she sends it wide again. So Brooklyn Ryder, tons of shots tonight. A lot of them in the second half, 5 of them. She's only had one, though, that's forced Maddie Mack to make a play. And I see Jory tuning in tonight, watching with her daughter and former Mansfield Christian soccer player. Probably keeping up with these Lady Flames. I mean, it's my kid, too. I'm sure she misses a lot of these kids out here. It is fun to see all these girls that my daughter grew up with playing and now getting their action. The bulk majority of these freshmen, Leah's a little older. She's a sophomore this year, but they all played on the same teams for years and years and years from the time she was 4. And now they're all grown up, playing at the varsity ranks. And with Jessie Ryder coming into the mix, some rejuvenation, some life into the girls program. Had some pretty quality teams, but the anticipation when Coach Ryder is on the sideline is that you're going to be elite. You're going to work hard. You're going to understand time, spacing, when to expend some energy. I think they've done an impressive job of that here tonight. Oh, great ball here. Here comes Johnson. She's a little behind. She gave it everything she had. See who comes away with possession. Looks like the Flames will finally settle it. But Johnson on the turn to the outside lost it. Pressure coming there from Kaylin West. West with the sidewinder throw in. She really whips that thing. Now here comes the freshman Bright. And she'll flip it forward. Foot race here. Kept in bounds by base. Nice acceleration by Shelby to get there in time. And now the Cougars moving forward. Everybody north of midfield for Crestview with the exception of keeper Maddie Mack. But that one just slipping right through the hands of West. Almost like a magic trick when you pretend that you throw something and you really just drop it. Can't fool the referee though. She said abracadabra. He was like, come on, girl. I know right where that rock went. Whitaker looking for some options. Now West, the Caroms in the middle of the field. See if Mansfield Christian can get it out of there. Bumper to bumper, it almost looked like head-to-head contact there, Klein and Chase. And a whistle against Crestview, the first foul against them in this second half. Still don't believe that Mansfield Christian has been assessed the foul. And not always a good thing. Sometimes you kind of want to send a message out there defensively. A little physicality is never a bad thing in any sport. Patience being shown by Ryder off the cross. Settles at the feet. Raider, left foot, the shot. Maddie Mack all over it. Sixth save in the second half by Maddie Mack. And not a whole lot of sriracha on at that time for Marley Raider, who does have Mansfield Christian's only goal thus far tonight. Substitutions now for the Cougars. They'll get Lila Belcher back out onto the pitch along with Grant. Bright trots off. So does Aaron Tackett. Cougars tonight, minus Elise Belcher, out of town, visiting her boyfriend, I'm told, who is graduating from basic training. I think that was a story that I got. So, obviously, if you're Coach Webb and the team, tough timing coming against your biggest league rival. But for the Cougars, I mean, they've hung tough. They've definitely, their strategy defensively, you know, you might want to question it at times, allowing Mansfield Christian to just fan out and take dead aim a lot of times. I mean, how many shots have they had? 21. But Crestview has made the most of their opportunity. One shot, one kill, and we're all square at 1 each. And maybe Belcher is tuning in from afar, so if you are, at least drop us a comment. Tell us how everything is going. Let's see, basic training. I know they do it a few different places. Probably like Texas, though. I think that's the most common. Tend to send our boys out there. Three pack of subs here for Lady Flames. That's been the wave tonight. Beautiful night as well out here in Olivesburg. Temperature's probably mid-70s. 74 approximate. We're going to ask our camera guy how it feels down in the bleacher shade. He says it feels like 65 in the bleachers. Dealing with some bumblebees, other creatures and such. It's never just dealing with the camera. Deflected out of bounds. Be Mansfield Christian throw. The turn lifted opposite side. And Tem unable to corral it. Thought she'd get there easily. Instead, it'll be Cougar throwing. As West checks out. Throw-ins off target. Cougars, though, get possession back. Another giveaway for them. It's been a problem. They've had more turnovers than completed passes tonight. No signal yet from the AR. Mansfield Christian just decides, hey, if you're not going to call it, we'll take it. Tem into traffic. Now this one flipped into the middle of the field by Klein. Ryder pushes it out wide. Here's Hope on the fly. Trying to set it up for a charging Irwin. But the Cougars again, they pack it in. They make it tough. The shot delivered from deep. And knocked away by Mack. Will be a corner kick opportunity, though, for Mansfield Christian. That one came out a little bit hotter than I actually thought in real time. 8th save for Maddie Mack in the second half. 16 total. She might be the front runner right now for our most valuable player. Unless one of these two teams can come away with some offense. Hops into a dangerous position. Zoe Leonard was there. Well delivered by Ryder. Took a hop. And you see the frustration on Zoe's face. Prime time. And just wasn't able to get a limb on it. Off the goal kick, one out of the air by Grace Tem. We'll have a goal kick all over again. Fight for possession. Tem strikes it to Leonard, poked away from her. And again, it'll be Lady Flame throw here near side. Less than 13 minutes remaining in the match. If we do have a winner tonight, whoever is victorious will be all alone on top of the Mid-Buckeye Conference standings. Ryder, a few touches, now sneaks it in there. Tem Tried to set up for the one-timer, lost her balance. Couple of options there. And off the contact, Grace Tem hit the deck and was unable to find a shot. Natalie Ricker's been very busy here in the second half with the throw-ins. That one off Zoe Shingard. Cougars back in control. It's a sophomore, Darren Moore. Question for our fans out there. What do you think's been more impressive so far tonight? Crestview. Oh, as this one hops for Tim. Indecision by Mac. But the question for Crestview, what has been more impressive to you, the fan? Maddie Mack, 16 saves, or do you feel like one shot attempt and making perfect on it, the goal by Hickey? If you're just joining us here in the second half, Mansfield Christian dominated time of possession, 69% in the opening half. They'd get a goal by Marley Rader, her 5th of the season, that coming basically right at the midway point. A lot of opportunities for the Flames throughout the remainder of the opening half. They could not capitalize. And then in the 26th minute here in half number 2, Devin Hickey broke through, barreled past a couple of defenders and put it away for the equalizer, squaring things up at 1 apiece. Here's the cross, the one-time set up. Betchler, minimal contact though. And Maddie Mack continues to pitch a shutout here in half number 2. As the Cougars counterattack, broken up by McFadden. Lydia has played a solid role there on the back line. Ryder off the cross, too far out in front of everybody. Brooklyn's got her hands on her hips. She's been working hard. Pat letting us know they're tuning in. Appreciate the comment. Double dose of Skowronski's here watching. And the second shot attempt for the Cougars leads to the first save for Haven Granter tonight. Only touched the ball twice. The freshman keeper has been phenomenal so far in the early portion. As Larry and Peggy Chase chiming in from Oklahoma. Hello to the Chases. They're a couple hours ahead of us, or behind us. I forget how that goes. Behind? Yeah. So the Cougars producing 2 shot attempts here in the second half, both of them on frame. And Granter coming up with her first save on the season. Crestview allowing only about a half goal per contest. They have been very impressive. As something formulating here. Physical play. Grant out to the wing. Kind of lost her footing. But the Cougars got it surrounded, connecting a couple of passes. And that, a shot attempt from deep for Hickey. And no problem whatsoever for the freshman keeper, Granter. For Mansfield Christian, coming off a tie against Berlin Highland, one of the top small school programs in the state, 0-0, no score in that one. Before that, 4 straight victories. 2-0 over Mansfield Senior, a much bigger program. 6-2, they took care of Galleon. 2-0 over Shelby, and 4-1 taking care of Mapleton in the season opener. Betchler, nice set of moves right there. Now Reese drops it back. Aaron skies this one, and Mack is there. Easy save for the senior that time. Cougars looking to steal one here. And what an outcome it would be if Crestview somehow could come out on top of this one. Flames have other plans. Certainly seeing the Cougars get a bit more offensive minded as we've gotten later into the game. Continuing to give some cushion here for Betchler. Turns touchline, looking for the cross. Actually brings it back. Stopped on a dime, the setup. Shot off the outside of the foot for Raider, and then that one blasted west of frame. Mansfield Christian continuing to pepper shots. 26 total on the night. Off the deflection, this will roll deep. McFadden keeps it in bounds and then just swatted out. So it'll be Mansfield Christian throwing. So we're approaching the 5-minute mark here. That'll stay in the boundary until there. So Cougars now with possession. Quick throw in, trying to find Bright. Step up by Ricker, takes it away. Flames on the counter attack. Intercepted that time by Klein. Then maybe handball. Gives the Lady Flames an opportunity here. They'll put Ryder on the ball, and she'll play short. Right back to Brooklyn, give and go. Shoots it down in the corner. Here's Hope with the cross, sets it up. Raider had it deflect opposite direction of the net. Plenty of opportunities for Mansfield Christian to try to seize command out here, or at least regain their lead. But will it be Crestview stealing one here at home? They've generated just 3 shots tonight, folks, only 2 on frame. They cashed in their only look at the time. About halfway through the second half. As Betchler pushes it forward, Mack, crafty, stepping off of her line, coming up. She'll deliver a solid punt here in the middle of the park. Flames regain possession, though. Stepping up, taking it away. Here comes Crestview and Hickey. She's got the goal tonight. Opportunity with Grant. Grabbing her face. Michelle Hope maybe elbowed her. That'll be the only foul so far tonight against Mansfield Christian, coming at a critical time. They have played some spotless soccer. 78 minutes without drawing a foul. And it does look like off the run that Michelle Hope caught Olivia Grant in the face. Big opportunity here for the Cougars. They'll start with Klein. Another look on the Sutton Bank replay. Just didn't go quite as planned. Flames maybe with a chance to get 1-2 more looks on net. Aaron Hope, quick throw in, trying to find Rader. Able to secure it, set it up. A lot of traffic there in the middle of the field. Mansfield Christian had it surrounded, but the Cougars can clear it. They do, and here comes Bright on the fly. Met by Hope on the far wing. Bright dribbles through her. Down to 45 seconds, sends it ahead. And it's going to be a bit too far out in front, trying to find Grant. Another look at this collision. Just a good battle for possession out there. Lindsey Bright came away with it. And a really late substitution here for Crestview in the closing seconds. As the Cougars got the ball down to 10. Can they produce one more shot? Doesn't look like they're able to. But if you are a fan of the Crestview Cougars, you are perfectly okay with this outcome. Matter of fact, you got to be pleased. 1-1, they draw with Mansfield Christian, who otherwise really controlled the action, the pace. A lot of the tempo here tonight. But these teams end in a draw and will remain at the top of the Mid-Buckeye Conference standings. Stick around. We will hear from our most valuable player of the match. I got to go with that girl in the front of the line, number 0, Maddie Mack. Chit-chat with her, and then we'll wrap things up with our Carothers Pest Control post-game show. All the stats that you need to know from today's contest before we set up the second half of our doubleheader. We've got the boys version of the Flames versus Cougars on the way. Keep it here, live and free. Girls soccer action returns in just a moment.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
We're here now with our most valuable player of the game, Maddie Mack from Crestview. Total 19 saves here tonight. You really got tested. So from your vantage point, just keeping that clean sheet in the second half, how important was it to be able to deliver in this fashion and get the draw here at home?
It's definitely important to do my part. I also count on my team to do their part too, and we all play very well as a team. So I'm really proud of all of the work that we did today, and I told my team when we came out for the second half that they needed to take advantage of every opportunity in the second half, and they did. They pulled through, so I'm very proud of them.
The very first shot attempt of the match for you guys ends up finding the back of the net. Did it feel like a sigh of relief, the fact that you guys were able to get on the board after things just didn't seem to break your way offensively?
It did, but I knew we could do it, and I knew that we have the players for it, so yeah.
Down one of your star players and not available tonight, Elise, of course, out of town, so some other girls had to step up here tonight. How proud are you of the other girls filling in those shoes and then coming away with the 1-1 draw?
I definitely am very proud of them for stepping up in that position. I know it's not easy, but they pulled through. Like I said, they did awesome, and I know when we have Elise back, we're going to pull out a win. So,
5-match unbeaten streak for you guys right now. Give me some insight as to just like the confidence and how you guys feel collectively as a unit like you're playing right now.
It definitely keeps us going. It gives us the motivation, and I'm just, like I said, really proud of everything. Our coaches do a lot for us too, so that's great.
Well, with the decision here tonight, the draw, you guys stay right there at the top of the Mid-Buckeye Conference, so congratulations on that. Last but not least, you know what to do. Look in the camera, give some shout-outs.
Shout out to my mom and dad for getting me here, feeding me, putting a roof over my head. I love them. And shout out to God for giving me another day. So, yeah.
Amen to that. Getting fed, gotta thank God as well. Maddie Mack, your Whitaker Myers MVP.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Back here in Olivesburg for your Carothers Pest Control post-game show. 1-1, a draw here tonight. Mansfield Christian and Crestview playing even though, as we'll take a look at these final stats, you'll see it was anything but. The Lady Flames, a lot of freshmen on the squad, certainly come out here and look great. Totally owned the time of possession, 69% in the first half. Dropped off just a little bit, but still dominated. Got into the attacking third routinely. They were able to pepper the net with shots. Just sometimes big-time players, they're the decision makers out there on the field. And the deciding factor was our MVP, Maddie Mack, getting it done, shutting things down. And that's how Crestview basically was able to come away with the victory, falling behind 1-0 in the first half on the goal by the freshman Marley Rader, her 5th of the season. And then Hickey comes through in half number 2. Devin puts it away on the first shot attempt of the night for the Cougars to tie things up. And then nobody scores over the last 26 minutes. At Riverdale is the next matchup coming up here for the Cougars. That on September the 9th, so they'll have about a week off, while Mansfield Christian going to take on Mount Vernon at home. I believe that is on Saturday. Afternoon affair, so a much bigger school. And we've seen MC, they have tested themselves this season against some big-time opponents, so kudos to them for getting some good looks with Coach Ryder back in the mix. Glad to have him back over on the sidelines working yet again. That'll wrap up our coverage, though, here of the first of 2 games from Crestview tonight. We've still got Mansfield Christian taking on Crestview in the boys version here tonight. Want to thank all of our generous sponsors coming together to bring you live and free coverage here tonight, as well as our awesome crew. So a thank you to Brandon Powell on the camera, Adam Thompson for pressing all the keys and making sure that we look good. I'm Brian Skowronski saying so long for now. See you guys in a little bit.